Now in this snippet we're going to learn how to complete squares. Completing squares is an important skill that a student should have. For example, in this particular topic of standard graphs, in order for us to actually draw the ellipse or circle, we should actually form the general expression of the ellipse and circle, and from there then we can draw the graph of ellipse and circle quite easily. So as you can see on the screen, the two representation of the general equation of the ellipse are this one and this, and these are of the completed square form. Now once you have these completed square forms, using the knowledge that you have on ellipse or circle, you can actually draw these two graphs quite easily. So now let's look at how we can actually do completing squares. Now there are many methods that you can do to do completing squares, as you have learned in your secondary school. But a method that I've used and adopted for so many years since I myself was in secondary school was by using a template. Now before I introduce you to the template, let's revise back on how to actually expand a plus b squared. Now in order for us to expand a plus b squared, we actually use this, right? Something squared plus 2 times something plus something squared. In order for you to actually get the expression, you actually put your a here, b here, and therefore you will have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Alright, so now we're going to use a similar template to this, exactly the same, but a little bit of modification in the completing square method that I'm going to show you. So let's delete this off. Now in order for you to start off the process, you need to check whether your coefficient of x squared is 1 or not. Now for this case, since the coefficient of x squared is not 1, we actually need to take it out. So I take it out, I will have x squared plus 3 over 2x minus 5. Alright, so once that's done, we shall introduce now the template. Okay, so the 2 is outside, put a big bracket here. The template is as shown here, something squared plus 2 times something plus something squared minus 5 over 2. I'm sorry, here should be 5 over 2. Alright, now another thing that you need to introduce is another bracket here, which is minus this bracket squared. Now let us do how to proceed with this process. Okay, now if this is x squared, we need to put x here so that it becomes tallies with the x squared. Now remember just now that our expansion of a plus b squared, if this is x, we need to put x here as well. Alright, now if you look closely, this part here, you will need to represent this. Okay, so in order for this part to represent 3 over 2x, what do I need to put inside here? It should be 3/4. Alright, now if this is 3/4, then this must be 3/4. Okay, so what have we done so far? If you look at this expression closely, this whole expression here actually represents this expression. Alright, so if you compare the second line and the third line, the only thing extra that we have done is actually this part here, this part. So in order for us to tally, because this is an equation, correct, I need to subtract it off. That explains this particular part squared. Okay, now if we look further, if I were to extend this portion, this whole thing is actually a completed square form. And what is that expression? It is actually 2 times bracket x plus 3/4 squared. What you need to do is just add these two parts together, and that will give you minus 49 over 16. So if you were to multiply the 2 into the brackets, you will have x plus 3 over 4 squared minus 49 over 8. So that's how you complete squares.